Most people dream about winning the lottery their whole lives and never get close. But these 10 black lottery winners, individuals, families, and groups, didn't just win. They changed history. These are the 10 richest black lottery winners of all time, and some of their stories will leave you speechless. Starting with number 10. Number 10. The couple who sold themselves the winning ticket. Some lottery wins are lucky. This one was almost poetic. Byron and Barbara Woods were a working-class black couple from Texas. Byron was a diesel mechanic who worked the night shift. Barbara worked at a convenience store, the kind of job where you ring up hundreds of lottery tickets every single day without ever thinking one of them could change your life. One day, Byron asked Barbara to sell him 5 extra quick-pick tickets before she finished her shift. It wasn't a normal transaction. He specifically asked her to do it as a favor. She did, and one of those 5 tickets was the winner. Byron found out at home, checking the numbers on his computer late at night. When the numbers matched, he woke Barbara up. No screaming in the store, no dramatic moment at the register. Just a quiet night at home, a computer screen, and a husband waking up his wife to tell her their lives had just changed forever. The jackpot was $49 million. The Texas Lottery, 2003. They chose the annuity option, 25 annual payments, rather than a lump sum. The store where Barbara worked received a bonus of $470,000 for selling the winning ticket. A diesel mechanic and a convenience store clerk. He asked her for 5 extra tickets. She said yes, and that yes changed everything. Number 9. The 19-year-old who won on his very first ticket. Most people buy lottery tickets for decades without winning a dollar. Jonathan Vargas bought his first ticket ever and won $35.3 million. Jonathan Vargas was a 19-year-old construction worker from Gaston, South Carolina. He was working a regular job, living a regular life, when he walked into a Raceway gas station in West Columbia and bought his very first Powerball ticket. He didn't use random numbers. He used the ages of his brothers, his sister, and his mother. Family numbers, personal numbers. And on that day in 2008, those numbers made him the first South Carolinian in history to win the Powerball jackpot. He chose the lump sum, approximately $17.3 million after taxes. His first plan? Buy his mother a house. Attend college. Build something real. At 19 years old, he had more money than most people see in a lifetime. But here's where the story gets complicated. Vargas invested a large portion of his winnings into a women's wrestling promotion called Richest, a Tampa-based venture that lasted exactly 1 year before collapsing. He also financed a dating show where he searched for a romantic partner among 20 contestants. By his mid-20s, most of the money was gone. Jonathan Vargas won $35 million on his first ever lottery ticket at 19. His story is a reminder that winning the money is only half the battle. Keeping it and growing it is the real game. Number 8. The Manifestation Queen. What if you could literally think your way into winning the lottery? Most people would call that crazy. Cynthia Stafford called it a plan. Cynthia Stafford was a single woman from Los Angeles, California, raising her deceased brother's 5 children after he died in a car accident, all while caring for her unemployed father. Starting around 2004, inspired by a book called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, Cynthia began a daily ritual. She wrote down that she would win $112 million. She created a vision board. She visualized herself holding a check for exactly that amount every single day for nearly 3 years. She chose $112 million because 11 represented her November birth month, and 2 was her lucky number. She even interviewed financial advisors before she had a single dollar to invest. Then in May 2007, it happened. Her father was holding the tickets. They checked the numbers after hearing that a winner had been sold locally. The numbers matched exactly. $112 million. Mega Millions. The exact number she had been writing down for 3 years. She took the lump sum, approximately $45 million after taxes. She bought a home, donated over $1 million to charity, and founded her own film production company, Queen Nefertari Productions. She later wrote a book about her manifestation journey. Cynthia Stafford didn't just win the lottery, she decided to win the lottery. And then she did. 3 incredible winners so far: a couple, a teenager, and a woman who manifested her exact jackpot down to the dollar. But we're just getting started. Number 7 is a team of friends from Detroit who gave their group the most fitting name in lottery history. Number 7. The team that prayed together won together. Most lottery winners go it alone, but Mike Greer believed in the power of numbers, and not just the ones on his ticket. Mike Greer was a 49-year-old self-employed digital imaging businessman from the Detroit metropolitan area in Michigan. In November 2010, Greer and his group, a collective they called Team Victory, hit the Powerball jackpot for a staggering $129 million. The group was made up of friends and associates from Southeast Michigan, all of them regular working people who had been pooling their money and their faith for years. When the numbers finally matched, it wasn't just one life that changed, it was an entire circle of people. The group chose the lump sum payout, which after taxes came out to $9.6 million split among the members. Not $1 billion, but enough to completely transform every single life in that room. Greer, who had spent years building his business from the ground up, suddenly had the kind of capital most entrepreneurs only dream about. What makes this story different is the name they chose, Team Victory. Not a coincidence, not a joke, a declaration. And on that November night in 2010, they proved it. Number 6. The single mother working 5 jobs. Most people who win the lottery have one incredible story. Marie Holmes had 2. The story of how hard she worked before the win and the chaos that came after it. Marie Holmes was a 26-year-old single mother from Charlotte, North Carolina. She had 4 children, including a 7-year-old son with cerebral palsy. To keep her family afloat, she worked at Walmart, Food Lion, KFC, McDonald's, and Subway. Not one job, 5 jobs. On February 11, 2015, Holmes bought a quick pick ticket at a Scotchman convenience store on Whiteville Road. The jackpot was $564 million, split 3 ways. Her share, $188 million. The odds of winning, 1 in 175 million. She beat them on a ticket she almost didn't buy. Holmes chose the $127 million lump sum, walking away with $87.9 million after taxes. Her plans were clear from day one: tithe to her church, buy her mother a house, pursue a nursing degree, fund her children's education, and support cerebral palsy causes. Her win set a North Carolina jackpot record and generated $16.6 million for state education. But the post-win years brought real challenges: lawsuits, public scrutiny, and difficult personal decisions that played out in the press. Marie Holmes won $188 million. What she did with it and what it cost her is a story that's still being written. 6 winners down, 4 to go. And from here on out, every single jackpot is over $260 million. Number 5 is a retired state employee who won $250 million and then did something almost no lottery winner has ever done with it. Number 5, the quiet champion who gave it all back. Not every lottery winner wants the spotlight. Some people win hundreds of millions of dollars and choose to disappear into a life of purpose. Solomon Jackson Jr. is one of those people. Solomon Jackson Jr. was a retired South Carolina state employee and lifelong resident of Columbia, South Carolina. In 2009, Jackson won a Powerball jackpot worth approximately $260 million, the largest jackpot ever won with a ticket purchased in the state of South Carolina at that time. He purchased the only winning ticket at a Columbia gas station. He could have bought mansions, yachts, and made headlines for years. Instead, he did something that almost no lottery winner does. He directed millions of dollars toward education initiatives in his home state. Jackson had purchased the ticket with a specific intention: to support South Carolina schools. And when the money came in, he followed through. No reality TV appearances, no tabloid drama, no public meltdowns. Just a man who won $250 million and quietly used it to change lives. In a world where lottery winners are known for losing everything, Solomon Jackson Jr. stands as one of the most disciplined and purposeful winners in American history. $260 million, 0 scandals, maximum impact. Number 4, the Brooklyn truck driver. Some people spend their whole lives grinding, hoping for one break. David Johnson got his break on December 26, 2018, the day after Christmas. David Johnson was a 56-year-old truck driver from East New York, Brooklyn. A Jamaican immigrant who had arrived in the United States at just 16 years old, he had spent decades behind the wheel delivering goods for Iberia Foods. On that December night, Johnson bought a quick pick Powerball ticket for $5 at Arnold's service station on Linden Boulevard, right across the street from where he worked. The winning numbers were 5, 25, 38, 52, 67, and Powerball 24. He didn't even know he had won at first. Days later, a co-worker told him the winning ticket had been sold at that exact station. Johnson checked it himself. Then he walked into work and said 2 words: "I quit." The jackpot was $298.3 million, the second largest in New York lottery history at the time. Johnson chose the lump sum cash option of $180,227,550, which after taxes came out to $114,091,248. On January 25, 2019, he received his ceremonial check at Resorts World Casino in Queens. His plans? A house in Brooklyn, because New York was his home and always would be, a red Porsche, and a trip to Florida with his family. 40 years of driving other people's goods. Now everything was his. Number 3. The Atlanta woman who used family birthdays to win $318 million. Some lottery winners use quick picks, some use random numbers. Ira Curry used her family. Ira Curry was a 56-year-old woman from Stone Mountain, Georgia, a suburb of Atlanta. On December 17, 2013, she walked into a newsstand in Buckhead, Atlanta and bought a Mega Millions ticket, using a combination of family birthdays and her lucky number, 7. The jackpot that night was $636 million, the second largest in Mega Millions history at the time. It was split between 2 winning tickets. One was sold in San Jose, California, the other was Ira Curry's. Her share, $318 million. She was the first of the 2 winners to come forward publicly. Curry chose the cash option, $123 million before taxes. She was calm, composed, and deliberate when she claimed her prize. No wild press conference, no outrageous spending announcements. Just a woman from Georgia who played her family's numbers and walked away with one of the largest individual lottery wins in American history. What makes Curry's story remarkable isn't just the size of the jackpot, it's the simplicity of how she got there. Family birthdays, lucky number 7. A newsstand in Atlanta, $318 million. Sometimes the most powerful strategies are the ones you've been using your whole life. 2 spots left, and the next 2 stories are unlike anything else on this list. Number 2 is a woman who won $54 million completely by accident, and her backstory will stop you cold. Then number 1 is the biggest black lottery win ever recorded in American history. Number 2, the accidental winner who deserved every penny. Garina Farron didn't plan to win the lottery. She didn't even plan to buy the ticket she won with. Garina Farron was a 34-year-old corrections officer from Brooklyn, New York, a Jamaican immigrant who had come to the United States with nothing and built her life from the ground up, one hard shift at a time. Her backstory reads like a test of everything a person can endure. She had been homeless as a child in Jamaica. She had been declared bankrupt. She had been robbed. And she had been physically assaulted by inmates while working at Rikers Island, one of the most dangerous correctional facilities in the country. She kept showing up anyway. In 2010, Farron went to buy a Powerball ticket. The clerk gave her a Mega Millions ticket by mistake. She didn't notice. She put it in her wallet and forgot about it. 2 days later, a co-worker was reading the newspaper and saw the winning numbers. They matched the ticket in Garina's wallet, the one she bought by accident. $54 million, Mega Millions, won on a ticket she never meant to buy. She took the lump sum, $33 million after taxes. After everything she had survived, homelessness, bankruptcy, robbery, and violence, the universe handed her a winning ticket she didn't even ask for. Garina Farron's win isn't the biggest on this list in dollars, but in terms of what she overcame to get there, it might be the most earned win of all time. Number 1. The family that made history. The number 1 richest black lottery winners of all time are the Smith family of Trenton, New Jersey. Pearlie Mae Smith and her 7 adult children. $429.6 million on May 7, 2016. The 6th largest Powerball jackpot in history at the time. 3 tickets, $3 each, bought at a 7-Eleven. Numbers chosen from a dream that the family called divine intervention, and a family that had the wisdom to hire lawyers before they ever touched a dollar. They took the $284 million lump sum, split it 8 ways, and walked into a new life together, not apart. In a country where lottery wins often tear families apart, the Smiths did the opposite. They tithed to their church, they funded community programs, they paid off debts, they stayed employed, and they stayed together. Pearlie Mae Smith, at 70 years old, became the matriarch of the richest black lottery winning family in American history. No other black lottery winner or group has ever claimed a larger jackpot in the United States. No other family has handled it with more grace. The Smith family didn't just win the lottery, they won at life. 10 winners, 10 completely different stories. A Texas couple where the wife sold her husband the winning ticket. A 19-year-old construction worker who won on his very first try. So here's the question. If you won $429 million tomorrow, what would you do first? Drop your answer in the comments. We read every single one. And if you want to see what happens when lottery winners don't handle it this well, watch our next video. Lottery winners who lost everything in less than a year. Trust us, you won't believe how fast it can all disappear.